have to expose you to tell my sort secret coming out about child abuse. Somebody that was robbed of their innocence. So I guess T.D. Jakes isn't who we thought he was. What's up, my beautiful soul family? How's everybody feeling today? So Duane Youngblood, who is a pastor that have come under fire himself for essaying young boys, has come out to say that the Reverend T.D. Jakes essayed him when he was a teenager, you know what I mean, and he went to T.D. Jakes' congregation. T.D. Jakes answered this by suing Duane Youngblood for defamation. Now, you got some people that believe that Mr. T.D. Jakes did that to Duane Youngblood. You got other people that believe that Duane Youngblood is just lying and, you know what I mean, he's done it himself, so how can he talk? What I thought I would do is a reading to see who's telling the truth in this situation. Did T.D. Jakes essay Duane Youngblood or at least harass him? Is Duane Youngblood just lying because he has his own allegations he's facing? What is the truth of the situation? Now, before I start this reading, of course, you know, I need to put out my disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I state in this video is just my interpretation of the cards. Nothing I state in this video have been proven to be fact as of now. So now that we got that disclaimer out the way, let's shuffle these cards and let's see what is the truth. So I asked the cards what happened between Duane Youngblood and T.D. Jakes. And so I'm going to pull some cards and we're going to see. Now, it's funny how the first card that came up was the Heron, which is the spiritual teacher. So right now I see a spiritual leader. I'm going to assume it's T.D. Jakes, who was wealthy, who had a lot of fame to him. Let me see, some kind of slow down of progression or rush, making hasty decisions. Offered him a job, but backstabbed him and betrayed him. He had resources to help him monetary-wise, but he was a liar, very cunning, not trustworthy, and an essayer. Some kind of defeat or loss, it seems like, or somebody that's kind of like dominated somebody else. So then you got some kind of a secret being exposed about child abuse. As I look over the cards, you got the Heron, who's the spiritual teacher. I'm assuming this is T.D. Jakes, who had the wealth, had resources, had money, but he was a liar, he was a manipulator, he was a molester, he dominated younger boys, you know what I mean? And Duane Youngblood was one of them. Duane felt betrayed, and right now he's exposing T.D. Jakes for his child abuse. I'm seeing some kind of exchange. There was some kind of monetary exchange. I think T.D. Jakes might have been paying Duane to keep his mouth shut, you know, to keep the scandal from getting out. But now that he's older, and I think he feel like an injustice was done to him. Plus, he got his own court battle, so that's why he's exposing what happened. Because I think he feels like if he exposes what happened with T.D. Jakes, it'll help him avoid going to jail as well. Not to mention, I think he sees the clarity of the situation. He's been deeply contemplating this, and he's a crooked businessman anyway. So the clarity of the situation is, I think he's okay. So I'm something about a savior right here, but I want to pull some more cards before I elaborate on what is it about the savior. Because if you notice, the king. Not the king. The Knight of Wands talks about somebody that's the hero, the savior, you know, somebody that's, or a lot of enthusiasm. So I'm thinking he could either be enthusiastic, or maybe T.D. Jakes played the role of the savior to him early on in his life. T.D. Jakes pretended to be like a friend to him, a father figure, and I think that clouded his judgment when T.D. Jakes was doing the things he was doing to him. This is what I'm seeing, all allegedly for entertainment purposes, of course. So I'm going to keep the Knight of Wands out because I want to elaborate further. Somebody that was robbed of their innocence. He pretended to be the savior when what he really did was rob him of his innocence. This caused a lot of mental, this caused a lot of like, a lot of emotional torment for him. Fears. His fears. The past coming back to haunt him. I feel like Duane Youngblood, you know what I mean? He went through emotional turmoil, and he did experience those things with T.D. Jakes. And this is why he ended up doing the things he did to the young boys. So you see how you got here the Lover's card. It was emotional turmoil for him. It was upsetting. Let me see. So I'm seeing right here the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like his mother, T.D. Jakes, was giving money to Duane's mother at the time. And so in exchange for him and Duane being lovers, I'm not saying that the mother knew, but I feel like the mother trusted T.D. Jakes because T.D. Jakes, you know, was such a supposed spiritual guru. He was playing like the savior. He was helping them out. You know what I mean? He was mentoring Duane when he was a young guy. And so she trusted him around T.D. Jakes, but T.D. Jakes was very actual, you know what I mean, towards Duane. I feel like Duane got some issues with his mother because of it. See the molester card, the assayer, ex-abuse. You know what I mean? Not trustworthy person. The Sun card reversed. Something about ego and negative. The being very unhappy. He was unhappy with his mother anyway. And he used to run to T.D. Jakes for like sanctuary and comfort. This is what I'm seeing. But T.D. Jakes was not the right guy to be mentoring Duane because he ended up making it actual and being an assayer because of it. You know what I mean? Duane trusted T.D. Jakes. Alright. So you got the Strength card reversed, which means this tells me that I think Duane felt powerless. He felt powerless in that situation. He felt weak. He felt like less of a man. Let me see. So this is his way of like exposing that secret. It's like a release for him, you know what I mean, of all those toxic, negative thoughts, because I think he still carries that around. You know, he's very unhappy. He's very unhappy inside. He felt like he was sacrificed so that his mother and maybe the rest of his family could have, you know, some wealth and some of the things that they needed from T.D. Jakes. I get the feeling that T.D. Jakes was helping them out financially, like the family, but it was like an exchange. But I don't feel like that would, like, T.D. Jakes verbalized the exchange. I think he was doing it more sneakily. This is what my gut is saying, all alleged for entertainment purposes. I feel like it was like a secret that he wanted him to keep when he was a young kid. You know what I mean? T.D. Jakes didn't want to be blatant with it. All of that is for entertainment purposes. So this is what I'm seeing so far. So now I'm clearing. Yeah, Duane felt like he was sacrificed so that his family could have those things. He was very unhappy. You know what I mean? He was very unhappy dealing with it. But of course, who will be happy being essayed? So, yeah, charity. See what I'm talking about? Charity. When Duane was younger, I see about a teenager. He severed that tie with him, though. He severed that tie with him when he could. And so now he wants to knock T.D. Jakes off his high horse. I think he feels like, I mean, I ended up doing the same thing you were doing because I was abused too. So I have to expose you to tell my source. You get what I'm saying? Let me see here. T.D. Jakes pretended to, T.D. Jakes used to counsel him about his, you know, other relationships in his life. But T.D. Jakes used it to dominate him too. Let me see here. Am I seeing some kind of like drugging or something like that? And things getting out of control and him feeling emasculated and weak as a man after it, but he was a young kid. It's not like he could do much. I think I see him getting like woozy sometimes. I feel like T.D. Jakes used substance abuse a time or two to get Duane, you know, to get some of Duane. You know, all of that is for entertainment purposes. This is just what my gut and the cards are saying. Yep, fantasy world. He would like try to escape mentally when this was going on. You know what I mean? Try to like take himself away somewhere because he didn't want to deal with, you know, being present during that time. Let me see. I see somebody that was overbearing. Yeah, somebody that had to control the situation, was overbearing, took over everything. Like, I'm wondering if T.D. Jakes, dominated the S. Well, of course he had to dominate the essay, and who wants to dominate their own essay? And of course. So let me see here. Ace of Swords. He had a problem with communicating this. You know what I mean? I think in a sense he kind of went inside of himself a bit. I feel like he had to lie to himself about the fact that he's making his family happy and just endure this and deal with it. You know what I mean? This was something unavoidable that he needed to do for his family. His family needed the money. So he just thought about the fact that, oh, Mr. T.D. Jakes I have to keep doing this and so that my family could keep getting money from Mr. Jakes. But it was a nightmare going through that. It was a nightmare going through it. He fell into depression, probably even got a little bit of PTSD from it. This is probably why he grew up to do the same thing, all alleged for entertainment purposes, of course. Let me see here. So, yeah, this happened going back from his childhood. He just had to, let me see. So he ended up battling demons that he just couldn't deal with. Now, when I say demons in this situation, I don't mean like the literal demons like we talk about sometime with other celebrities. I mean like, you know, inner turmoil. Queen of Wands. And then you got the Knight of Swords, which means aggression, violence, and hatred. I get the feeling that he feels some hatred towards his mother, because I feel like he wouldn't have been in that situation if his mother either A, didn't need the money, or if she was he probably felt like she didn't see the situation for what it was. He also probably felt like she was too materialistic, you know, and trusted this man so easily because he could provide money. So I asked the cards what was the truth about the situation with T.D. Jakes and, you know, Duane Youngblood. Was Duane telling any kind of truth to it? I feel like my card just trying to say that it was something that happened when Duane was young. Alright, so I want you guys to tell me what you guys think. Do you guys believe that T.D. Jakes might have a lust for young boys and that he did something to Duane Youngblood? Or do you guys believe that Duane is just trying to throw Mr. T.D. Jakes under the bus because he's come under fire for it himself? You know what I mean? But I just want to remind everybody, everything I said in this video was alleged. Thank you, my beautiful soul family. I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys have a good day.